New York City, a place where time never stops, where every decade writes a new chapter. Today, let's travel through history and see how New York looked in the 1920s and how the same city stands in 2025. A journey of 100 years from roaring jazz to digital skyscrapers. 1920s. The roaring decade begins. The 1920s in New York was a time of massive change. The city was booming. Millions of immigrants were arriving, factories were growing, and Wall Street was becoming a global financial powerhouse. The streets were filled with Model T cars, clanging streetcars, and men in suits with straw hats. Women were stepping into a new era of freedom. The rise of flappers, empowerment, and fashion that would set trends for decades. Times Square was already bright, but nothing like today. Neon signs were new, exciting, and symbolized a modern world taking shape. Harlem was the beating heart of culture. The Harlem Renaissance was exploding. Jazz music, literature, art, and Black culture shaping the future of American identity. Names like Duke Ellington and Langston Hughes were becoming legends. The skyline was rising rapidly. The Chrysler Building and Empire State Building were under construction, preparing to mark New York as the city of skyscrapers. The 1920s. New York was noisy, energetic, chaotic, but full of dreams. Fast forward to 2025, a futuristic giant now step into New York City in 2025. The transformation is almost unbelievable. The city that once ran on streetcars and newspapers now runs on technology, digital screens, and global connectivity. Times Square in 2025 looks like a living screen. LED billboards brighter than the sun, flashing ads, videos, and art from every corner of the world. Millions walk through every week, making it one of the busiest places on Earth. The skyline has become a forest of steel and glass. Buildings like One World Trade Center, Hudson Yards, and the Edge Observation Deck show the future of architecture. Even the classic Empire State Building now stands among giants. Subway lines are modernized. Contactless payments, security upgrades, and new digital systems make traveling faster. Very different from the wooden subway cars of the 1920s. New York in 2025 is also a city of global cultures. Food from every nation, art from every style, and people from all backgrounds shape the identity of the city. The diversity of 1920 has become even richer. In the 1920s, life was simple but tough. Newspapers were the main source of information. Phones were rare. Most entertainment happened in theaters, guest clubs, and street performances. In 2020, everything is instant. Smartphones guide every step. Social media shapes trends, and digital art replaces paper ads. Taxis share the road with Uber, electric vehicles, and bikes. And the city never sleeps, just like the old saying. Yet one thing remains the same. New York is still the place where people come to chase dreams. The spirit of New York, unchanged for 100 years. Even after a century, the heartbeat of New York has never changed. It is still a city of ambition, opportunity, and endless motion. From jazz clubs in 1920 to digital billboards in 2025. From the early skyscrapers to today's megastructures. From immigrant hopes to global innovation. New York continues to reinvent itself without ever losing its soul. Closing line. 100 years apart, yet connected by the same energy. This is New York City, 1920s versus 2025, where history meets the future.